Well, you know,
Designed by God.
Lisa and I do a lot of work on behalf of the pro-life movement in the country. I mean, and part of the reason why is because Lisa had an abortion when she was 16, because she was faced with, it wasn't my child, but it was in between us dating, but she was forced into that thought process because the world says it's not really a baby. And her own parents believed the lie and said, you know what, it's better for you to just go, it's not really a baby anyway, it's just a blob of tissue. And so she went and aborted her baby, something that she's regretted for the last almost now 40 years. Even though we got together, obviously we had children. So we tell that story to people. We're just like, look, when you're pregnant, you obviously, you know, whether you're married or unmarried, there's now a child growing inside of you that it matters. It matters in the world. Who knows what's going to happen with this life?
That's designed by God.
Designed by God.
Put here for a purpose.
And when you think about it, when you abort a baby, you're not just aborting one life, but you're aborting a generation of lives that would come from that life.
Mary could have easily have done back then what women do now.
Exactly.
Well, they're all saying that you know, I'm not married, so I'm pregnant here, and I know what they're going to think. Right. So the best thing to do is just get rid of this. So Jesus probably would have been a victim of abortion. Very possible.
It's a great point. I never thought about that.
Well,
what if Mary had aborted the Savior of the world?
Well, at that time, the king they were killing all the babies. I mean, you see that even in history. That was kind of their way. If any prophecy,
they've been killing babies for a long time.
Well, they'd get wind of a prophecy. These kings. Well, they start killing all the babies.
It happened with Moses, remember?
Yeah. Yep.
Because they were fearful of the Hebrews, so they told the midwives, you kill the boys and let the girls live.
Well, I couldn't remember this in Jesus' story. Was it before they were born or after?
It was after.
Yeah.
It was up to 2 years old because he got the prophecy later. You remember the Magi stopped and visited King Herod on their way to find Jesus. Mm-hmm. So when they shared with him what they were doing, all of a sudden he starts getting nervous. He's like, wait a minute. The king, again, he's thinking physical kingdom. He's thinking somebody
thinking competition.
That is true. As much as we're negative about our world, I mean, we got the ruler of their kingdom in that day saying, let's go kill all 2-year-old babies.
Yeah. And it happened. I mean, after that, he thought, well, all right, so once it happened, then he thought, wait a minute, I trace this back. It's been within the last 2 years when those guys were here. So let's just kill every 2-year-old male in Israel. And the edict went down. How many, and there's a verse that says the weeping and the crying reached the Father. I think it's in, where was it? Oh, it's in Hosea 11:1, Jeremiah 31. Those are the prophecies. And then you get to Matthew 2, and it tells the story.
I'm sitting here talking to you two boys, my sons, and y'all, we begat myself and your mother, and I'm just thinking, what if we had just said, no, let's kill them? We wouldn't be having this conversation now.